If you're struggling to forgive someone or to forgive yourself, watch this. They did this study where they monitored a group of people while asking them to think of someone who had hurt them. They found that when the people recalled the grudge, their blood pressure and heart rate shot up. They said they felt angry, sad, and anxious. They then asked the subjects to just imagine forgiving the people who had hurt them. Suddenly, their stress levels were completely normal. Not forgiving really only hurts us. Scripture says, could anyone nourish anger against another and still expect healing from the Lord? Considering that God, who has nothing to be forgiven of, still forgives, how much more should we, who have sinned so much, choose to forgive our neighbor? First, let's be clear about what forgiveness is not. Forgiveness is not saying that what the person did was okay. In fact, the only way you need to forgive someone is if what they did wasn't okay. Them doing something wrong is the precondition for forgiveness. Forgiveness also isn't saying that you've completely healed. Jesus wouldn't command that you feel healed, but he does command you to forgive, so it must be something different. Healing might take longer. It might take time, therapy, prayer, but forgiveness is something you can choose now. And forgiveness is not saying that you forgot what the person did and that everything is exactly how it was before. If a waiter at a restaurant spits in your food, you should forgive them, but you should probably also find a new restaurant. Ultimately, what is forgiveness? Forgiveness is simply saying, I'm going to let the death of Jesus on the cross be enough for what they did, for what I did. The sufferings of Jesus on the cross are enough for me to let go. Because if we choose not to forgive, what we're saying is that the death of Jesus on the cross wasn't enough. And I think Jesus would say, how much more do I need to suffer? How much more pain do I need to endure for it to be enough for you to forgive them, to forgive yourself? St. Augustine said, it is true that God promises us forgiveness if we forgive others, but God has not promised us tomorrow. To seek forgiveness for ourselves and to offer it to others is something we can't afford to put off. Let the death of Jesus be enough to forgive. You will spend eternity glad you did. If you found that helpful, you can check out my other reflections and my vlogs on YouTube and subscribe for future videos. God bless.